on puppy watch this afternoon for a few hours. Nothing much going on there, nothing much going on TV. I'll just show you my bookcase. That's one of my bookshelves, which comprises all my 90% of dog books in there. That's the other bookcase there. This is where I keep all my dog books that I've collected over the years. And just looking for a book which is the book where I first ever saw a picture and description of a Tibetan Mastiff. Just zoom in there. I think this is the one. And that's A Practical Guide to Selecting a Large Dog, authored by Joan Palmer. This is a book written in 1987. And Tibetan Mastiff is on page 103. I looked at various breeds, including Australian Mountain Dog, Anatolian Shepherd, Leonberger. But this is the one that caught my eye and I kept returning to. Good points: handsome, strongly built, excellent guard dog, reliable, temperament, unless provoked, loyal to owner, take heed, suspicious of strangers. The Tibetan Mastiff bears a strong resemblance to the St. Bernard. It is good-natured. It is an excellent guard dog. It is good-natured and unless provoked. It can be kept happily as a reliable companion stroke guard. Exercise. Needs regular, vigorous exercise. I don't think that's quite correct. The Tibetan Mastiff is regarded as a British breed, but it originated in Central Asia, where its job was to guard flocks. Like other Mastiffs, it is likely to have descended from the Roman Molossus. And that's the first photograph that was shown. I'll be honest, not the best looking Tibetan Mastiff I've ever seen. None of these photographs are, but this is the page which for some reason I kept returning to. And there started my further investigations and search, more research into the breed. Back in the mid 1990s, and I eventually managed to get Tuba, my first Tibetan Mastiff, in 1997. I then started looking for literature and books, anything I could read about the Tibetan Mastiff. And there only really seemed to be two books that were available, and one was the probably the best known of all the books, The Tibetan Mastiff, Legendary Guardian of the Himalayas, written by Anne Rower and Kathy Flamholtz. That basically goes back to the 1960s when Anne Rower was working in Nepal, came across these dogs and introduced them into the US. Interesting, a few dogs named in there. Ausuble's Apachean. If we're looking at our pedigrees, we can see these names. Many of these names feature within pedigrees that we have of Tibetan Mastiffs in this country. Did an updated version. It was exactly the same book as far as I'm aware, but with a slightly nicer, fancier cover on. Same book. These are still available on Amazon and eBay, I believe. Some of them fetch ridiculously high prices. The other book I came across was The Venerable Tibetan Mastiff. It was originally written by Max Cyber at the turn of the 20th century, I believe, but was revised and edited by Kathy Flamholtz again. That's interesting. I'd forgotten about this. That is an email I received from the author, Kathy Flamholtz, and it's dated 8th of February 2005. Dear Andy, I'm just getting around to catching up on my email, and this one dates back to pre-Christmas. I don't know how my name got on your mailing list or who forwarded the URL for your lovely TM page to me, but I'm grateful. I had a great time perusing the gallery and looking at your other offerings. I particularly liked your well done FAQs. When I saw the photo of Gus, I could only think that my late friend and co-author on the TM book, Anne Rower, would really have loved him. He's so reminiscent of her beloved Kalu, albeit larger. He has that distinctive Tibetan look. Thanks again for all you're doing for the TM and for putting up such a lovely and informative website. Thanks too for giving me the opportunity to drool at some gorgeous TMs. Kathy J. Flamholtz. That's nice. I'd actually forgotten about that. I'd put that email into the book. So there you have it. Virtually the main two books ever written on the Tibetan Mastiff, and I have an email from the author, Kathy Flamholtz. That's nice. So getting back to this book, The Venerable Tibetan Mastiff. Apparently it was originally published as Der Tibetan Hund by Chief Forester Max Cyber in the year 1897 in Switzerland. That's right, yeah. What I did notice about this book was the very, very large font that it's written in, which makes it very easy to read, but consequently you actually managed to read through it in a matter of 2 or 3 hours. But in July 1995, Kathy Flamholtz translated this. The Tibetan Mastiff or Mountain Dog, Chapter 1. Some really nice original drawings and sketches by the Swiss artist Richard Striebel. Well worth having, and again this book, as far as I'm aware, is available, not readily available, but if you search it out, Amazon, eBay, you will come across copies. Very doubtful there'll be new copies, there'll probably be second-hand copies, and some of the prices I've seen being asked were really quite high, but it depends how desperate you are to get hold of such a book. Worth reading. Another book in my collection